My name is Lily, and ever since I was little, I dreamed of being an actress. I remember watching movies with my mom and dad and thinking, one day, that will be me on the screen. I wasn't sure how I would get there, but I knew I had to try. Acting felt like magic to me, and I wanted to be part of that magic. So, when I was old enough, I signed up for acting classes. At first, I was so excited. I imagined stepping onto a big stage, the lights shining on me, the audience clapping. But acting classes were not exactly like that. They were hard work. I had to practice my voice, my movements, and even my emotions. My teacher would make us act out the strangest things, like pretending to be a tree or a rock. I remember one time when I had to pretend to be a chicken crossing the road. It was embarrassing, but everyone laughed, including me. Sometimes I would go home and laugh about how funny it was to act like different animals. But not every moment was funny. I remember the first time I had to act in front of an audience. It was a small play, but I was so nervous. My hands were shaking, and I forgot my lines. I could feel my face turning red, and all I wanted to do was run off the stage. But my acting teacher, Mr. James, told me something important. Acting is not about being perfect. It's about being real. If you make a mistake, keep going. The audience doesn't care about perfect. They care about how you make them feel. That advice stayed with me. Every time I felt nervous, I remembered his words. I kept practicing and getting better. But as I got older, I realized that if I wanted to be in movies or do international roles, I needed to learn a new skill. I had to speak English fluently. At that time, my English was not very good. I could say a few words and understand simple things, but I wasn't ready for acting in English. So I started taking English classes. It was tough. I thought learning to act was hard, but learning a new language was a whole different challenge. At first, I struggled to understand what people were saying. I felt shy and embarrassed when I made mistakes. But just like with acting, I didn't give up. One day, I found an English teacher who changed everything for me. Her name was Ms. Taylor, and she was different from all the other teachers. She didn't just teach me grammar or vocabulary. She taught me how to speak with confidence. She told me the secrets of talking like a native speaker. She said, "Don't focus too much on being perfect. Focus on connecting with people. English is not just words, it's emotion. If you want people to listen, you have to speak from the heart." Ms. Taylor made learning fun. We would act out scenes from movies, and she would correct my English while we acted. It was the perfect combination of my two passions, acting and learning English. I started feeling more comfortable, and soon I was speaking English with more confidence. Then, one day, something exciting happened. I got a call for a big audition. It was for an international movie, and the role was perfect for me. The character was a young woman who had been through a lot of heartbreak, and she had to express deep emotions. I was thrilled but also nervous. This was my chance to prove myself. The audition was on a rainy day, I woke up early to prepare. I wanted to look perfect for the role, so I spent a long time getting ready. I wore my favorite dress, did my makeup carefully, and practiced my lines over and over. I felt ready. But as soon as I stepped outside, the rain started pouring down. I didn't have an umbrella, but I thought, it's okay. I'll just walk quickly to the bus stop. However, as I was running, I slipped on the wet ground and fell. I was soaked from head to toe, and my beautiful dress was covered in mud. I couldn't believe it. I felt so upset. How can I go to my audition looking like this? I thought. I wanted to cry, but there was no time. I had to get to the audition. When I arrived at the audition room, I was a mess. My hair was wet, my makeup was smudged, and my clothes were dirty. I thought, this is it. There's no way they will take me seriously. I look terrible. I almost turned around and left, but then I remembered what Ms. Taylor had told me. It's not about being perfect. It's about how you connect with people. I took a deep breath and walked in. The casting director looked at me with surprise, and I could feel everyone's eyes on me. I felt embarrassed, but I reminded myself to stay calm. They asked me to start the scene, and I began acting. As I performed, I forgot about my wet clothes and messy hair. I focused on the character's emotions, and for the first time, I really understood her pain. She was heartbroken, just like I felt in that moment, frustrated and sad. I used those feelings in my performance, and by the end of the audition, I wasn't sure if I had done well or not, but I felt proud of myself for trying. A few days later, I got a call from the casting director. I couldn't believe what they said. Lily, we loved your audition. Your raw, emotional performance was exactly what we were looking for. You brought the character to life. I was shocked. They thought my messy appearance helped me connect with the role. The character was supposed to be someone who had just been through a difficult time, and my look was perfect for that. I learned something important that day. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but that doesn't mean they won't turn out well. Life, just like acting, is unpredictable. But if you stay true to yourself and keep going, amazing things can happen. I got the role, and it was the start of my journey as an international actress. Looking back, I realized that every step of my journey, from the embarrassing acting exercises to learning English and even falling in the rain, helped me grow as a person and an actress. Acting isn't just about playing a role. It's about living life fully, embracing the unexpected, and turning every experience into something meaningful. Now, when I look at the movies I'm in, I remember that rainy day and smile. Sometimes the hardest moments become the most important ones in our lives.